All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Oh, ready? 18. Let's go.
Stroud in the air to start us off. Clock is moving up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Stroud completes it quick. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Why, Tony? 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Cut by Collins on a slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. But fortune on the Texans side. One of their guys got to it. They're going to keep the football. Jordan Stout's headed out to punt it away on 4th. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. Now maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now. You can stay focused on that next snap.
He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Here's the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Here we go.
From the gun, Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be 1st down, Houston. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
18. What's that?
On 1st down, they'll run. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
On the quick, right?
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
18. Outside. 2J. 2J.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. That's caught for the first. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be a first down, Texans. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans go up 6-0 here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Starting at the 10. This makes it up to the 25. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Let's go now.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone.
Here we go, stretch.
And you just get the play off. Escapes the pocket. And his heave isn't going to be answered. That's incomplete as an exciting look ends our first quarter. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Back to the air. It's Richardson. Forced out to his right. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Come on. Set. Grab the 50.
Shotgun, hand off to Taylor. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
On the set.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Taylor again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. They move 2 yards closer. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 5.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And he's going to score a touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Texans to the line, 1st and 10.
Oh, and no.
To the air, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Try getting it to Nico Collins. And now they face 2nd down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
19 Texans.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target and really the timing of it all. You can be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one really perfectly.
Throw is caught by the back. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. On the draw, this is Taylor. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, while they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
2nd down carry for Taylor. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Here we go. Hawk 70, go.
3rd and long, it's Richardson. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Let's go now. 60.
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. He's got it to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. They've got first down here from the 36.
Unlock wide. Unlock.
Taylor trying the left side. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready. Steady up.
Now a give right side to Mitchell. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts get some late points and the lead. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
All right. 18. What's that?
Off the play action. Here's Stroud. Jump off top on his back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd down, 6 at the 32-yard line.
Stroud off of play action. Connects on the crosser. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Stroud throwing here on first. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard
On play action, here's Stroud. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Taking a chance to the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Sends this to the end zone. And he makes the play. It's a touchdown. But hang on a second. I spy a flag out there, Brock. This could erase that score. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. He's trying to go deep again. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got tackled behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They go again with Taylor. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd down, and the Texans loading up that secondary. They're in the dime. 3rd and long for him here. And the defender's there to knock this away. And that effort means it's 4th down. The Colts ready for the punt. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. Starts his return from the 23. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Shotgun now, 1st round. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
Looking to throw. Stroud. Finding Collins. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Stroud completes it quick. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Quickly out to the right, complete. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. 25 on that play. The game will be a 1st down, Texans.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ow, what's that? Hot. 18. Close. Why, Tony?
From the red zone on 1st. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Ow, what's that? 18. What's that?
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans start the 2nd half with some needed points. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, ready.
He'll start on the ground. Taylor. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Taylor again. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. They show you right there. When they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
1st and 10 now from the 46. A give left side to Taylor. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They think they hand it off now. Richardson. This finds Franklin. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
1st down Colts.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Ready. Back up. Deputy Timberwolves. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this 2nd half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10.
Get it. Let's go.
Line up the design keeper. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Ready.
To throw, Richardson. It's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't lightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Ready, check.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Running right. This is Taylor. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Going with a screen to Taylor. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Passes man, it's cut by Andrews. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
1st and goal. Here's Taylor. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Hacking 18.
No gain on the play.
Here's Richardson.
At the 3-yard line.
And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Offense up to the line fast.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
He'll throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Well, a field goal would break this tie, Brock, but the offense is staying out there. It's 4th and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
He's back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got it. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
They'll run here on 1st down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that kind of game may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on their next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
Trying forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it up. And they're going to score. Pick 6, Indianapolis. Tie game, final quarter, the final minutes and seconds ticking away, Brock. I mean, this is dream scenario for a defender to have the chance to score the potential game winner.
Yeah, I'll raise my hand and sometimes at a fault for too many times think about the quarterback. Oh, this is the moment you live for. Oh, you got to maximize the situation. It's the same mindset for these defenders, and when they capitalize on it, well, you could see the celebration by his teammates.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. He fields it from the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
18. What's up?
From the gun, Stroud. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be just one step away from that 1st down. They haul him down near the 31.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go, let's go. Hey, south. 18.
Here he is to throw. That's incomplete left side. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And it's going to be 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
That's complete right side. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
18. What's up? Hey, south. Buggy.
Now to throw. That is batted away up front. Throw doesn't even get beyond the line thanks to a well-timed swat there. They're going to face 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
18.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock. It might see them burn a timeout. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And that one doesn't give him much, giving maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 3rd down, and they need to get 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. He has the 1st inside the 40. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
And the Colts 1st down.
So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill, What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.